In the previous video, we tore down the absolutely filthy 2009 Trek 2.3. It's easily the worst bike that I have ever run through my workshop. Today, we will attempt to save these components. I'll start by laying out some containers and soaking the cassette, front and rear derailleurs in Dawn Power Wash. I find that if you soak them before the ultrasonic cleaner, they can sometimes come out much cleaner. With those components soaking, I'll focus my attention on the brakes. They, by far, were in much better shape than the drivetrain. They appeared to be only covered in dirt and general road grime. I'll toss them in an ultrasonic cleaner with heat for about 30 minutes while I work on cleaning the frame. I don't know if this bike has ever had a bath. Every nook and cranny is filthy. It's going to take some real elbow grease to get this frame clean. My process is simple. I first use Dawn Power Wash and a soft brush to agitate and loosen the dirt. Next, I rinse the frame off with the hose and repeat as needed. Lastly, I use an old toothbrush and hit the fine details. Okay, time's up on the ultrasonic cleaner for the brakes. It's satisfying seeing the transformation. These brakes look almost new again. This gives me hope that the bike will turn out great. With the brakes squeaky clean, it's time to move on to the front derailleur. I'll start by applying more Dawn Power Wash and agitating the dirt and grime with an old toothbrush. Next, it takes a 30-minute bath in the ultrasonic cleaner with heat while I attempt to save the rear derailleur. This has to be the filthiest part of the bike. I'm not even sure how the bike even shifted with this much sticky gunk and grime on the rear derailleur. I spent a good 15 minutes scraping gooey gunk off the jockey wheels and scraping gunk off the cage. Finally, I soaked the derailleur in Dawn Power Wash one more time as I hope I can save this disgusting derailleur. For a very close second on the filthiest part of the bike, the 10-speed cassette. When I first removed it from the bike, I thought the main body was one piece because it was all stuck together. We can see now it's mostly individual cogs with spacers between. This actually works to my advantage as I can scrape and scrub each side of each individual cog. This was time consuming, but will probably be worth it in the end. The last three cogs were one piece. This made it difficult to get in between, so off camera, I soaked it in solvent in hopes it would break up and dissolve the sticky gooey grime. Time's up on the ultrasonic bath for the front derailleur. I noticed there's still some dirt and grime, but the warm bath softened things up and a quick scrub with an old toothbrush made quick work cleaning it away. It's another stunning transformation. I'm feeling more confident this bike will come out great. It's time to see if all my prep work on the cassette was worth it. Like all the other components, I drop the cogs in the ultrasonic cleaner and give them a warm 30-minute bath. When the time's up, I take each cog and give them a quick wipe and inspect my handiwork. One by one, each cog comes clean and looking nearly new. At first glance, I don't see any shark fin teeth, so I think this cassette will be salvageable. Another stunning transformation. It's time to tackle and finish that filthy, gooey rear derailleur once and for all. The ultrasonic cleaner will have no impact on this caked on gunk, so a good manual cleaning is in order. I start by taking the jockey wheels and cage apart. This gives me much better access to the areas that are in desperate need of a cleaning. Each individual part gets the same treatment. Dawn power wash, followed by a good scrubbing with that old toothbrush. The difficult parts get a good scraping with my flathead screwdriver. This is tedious work, but needs to be done. Now that everything is nice and clean, it's time to reassemble the derailleur. I start by lubricating the hubs of the jockey wheels with some Tri-Flow synthetic lubricant. It's surprising to me how simple these are. They're just made up of the nylon jockey wheel and two discs that hold the lube. It's a simple, effective design. Once both jockey wheels are lubricated, it's time to put everything back together. It's as simple as aligning the wheels with the cage and screwing the bolts in. You want to make sure they're nice and tight. You don't want them falling apart mid-ride. And there we have it, another stunning transformation. This is a far cry from where I first saw this derailleur. Now it's time to clean these filthy wheels. I start by placing each in the truing stand and spraying them with some Dawn power wash. I wipe each surface, including the spokes. The most difficult part to reach is the hub. You can see here that they are in desperate need of a good cleaning. Once again, the transformation is amazing. For a few moments, I attempted to true these wheels, but these wheels have flat-bladed spokes. And when I turn the nipples, it also twists the spokes. I guess there's a special tool for this that I don't currently have. The wheels are not true, but not so bad it'll impact the ride, so I'll leave the wheels as they are. It's now time to tackle these stickers that are stuck on the frame. These are a nuisance to remove. I'll have to take care so I don't damage the paint. In the past, I've used a 3-step process. Step 1. Use a heat gun to soften the glue. Make sure you're not using so much heat that you'll damage the finish on the paint. I keep mine set on low and keep the gun moving. Don't let it linger in one spot for too long. Step 2. I use a plastic scraping tool to scrape the sticker from the frame. Plastic is a great choice because it's harder than the sticker material and softer than the finish of the paint. Step 3. I use a solvent to remove the glue residue. In this case, I start with WD-40. I find that this softens the glue without evaporating right away. After I work the area for a bit, I leave a film of WD-40 sitting for an hour or two and come back and remove what I can. With the bulk of the glue removed, I finish the job with isopropyl alcohol. This does a good job removing the residue. With the stickers removed, I focus my attention on polishing the frame. I first wipe the entire frame with isopropyl alcohol to remove any grease that may remain on the frame. I then use a rubbing compound to manually polish the frame. This will remove small surface scratches and can bring life back to faded colors. Lastly, I use an automotive wax. This brings out a nice shine and provides a hydrophobic layer that repels water and dirt, making the frame easier to clean. And here we have it, another stunning transformation. It's amazing what some elbow grease and several hours of work can accomplish. This bike went from the filthiest bike I've ever worked on to a sparkling gem. I'm really happy it turned out great. Thanks for taking time out of your busy day so I could share this amazing transformation with you. If you made it this far, you're a true champion. If you enjoyed this video, show that thumbs up button some love and subscribe for part 3 where we build this bike back up.